rain turn the tide. If only you use the power within you, need and beg the world, turn around and help you. If you draw on what you have within you, somewhere deep inside,
Starlight Express, you must confess, are you real? Yes or no? Starlight Express, answer me yes. I don't want you to go.
Rusty, you're blind. Look in your mind. I'm there. Nothing's new. The Starlight Express is no more nor less than you, Rusty. I am you. I'm you and only you.
I am the starlight.
Have the power within you.
I can achieve.
Just believe in yourself. See the path before you. Stop the rain, turn the tide.
All the things I didn't believe I could
If
do.
only you
I am the starlight.
the power within you.
I can see through.
Need and beg the world to turn around and help you. You draw on what is deep inside.
Let you down.
Hello everyone. So today we are chatting about being your magnificent self. Frank Lloyd Wright said, "Early in life, I had to choose between honest arrogance and hypocritical humility. I chose honest arrogance and have seen no occasion to change." I was quite astounded during a workshop when I asked the delegates to describe themselves. Give me one word to describe yourself. This exercise is always a challenging one, and I'm always surprised at how people don't really know themselves or are afraid to say who they really are, to truly describe themselves. And how unsure people are. But I was quite surprised when, on this occasion, the one lady said, without thinking twice, "Oh, I am ho-hum." Ho-hum? Well, that was new to me. Firstly, I don't really understand the term ho-hum. I thought maybe that was something from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But it wasn't a term I was comfortable with, or shall I say familiar with. So I went and looked, I went and scratched, and lo and behold, in the Collins Dictionary, there it was, the term ho-hum, which says you can use ho-hum when you want to show that you think something is not interesting, remarkable, or surprising in any way. You can say ho-hum to show that you accept an unpleasant situation because it is not very serious, lacking in interest or inspiration, or dull or mediocre. I was dumbfounded, to say the very least, that somebody could express themselves as being ho-hum and seeing what that, according to the dictionary, means. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Because somewhere along the line we have been taught by society that we must not be arrogant, that we must be modest. Ralph Stockman said true humility is intelligent self-respect, which keeps us from thinking too highly or too meanly of ourselves. My word, one does not realize that being very modest, so humble that you describe yourself as ho-hum, is actually also a form of arrogance. We tend to put ourselves down, and we don't think any further of what we are saying. What is honest humility? Is it a virtue? Because those are two words that one wonders, should they be going together? Honest humility embodies the balance between a negative ego, or the inner critic that disempowers us and causes us to cower in the face of our divine destiny. Because quite frankly, if I am not remarkable, if I'm not serious, if I am lacking inspiration, and I live in mediocrity, can I then be expected to live my divine destiny? The ego, on the other hand, which is the false braggart that covers my insecurities and bravado, that will also stop me from achieving my destiny, because I may in many cases see that as below me. In absolute honesty and truth, the light that we are is perfect, exactly as it is. Our faults are perfect. Our weaknesses are perfect. Our strengths, too, are perfect. But if we are constantly going around considering ourselves imperfect, then our perfection, our light, is obscured by falseness. If we see ourselves as too great or not great enough, then we cannot be the perfectly great people that we are. I have for a very long time in my life kept quiet at times when I should have spoken, kept knowledge to myself that I should have or could have shared, because I was insecure, because I thought that yes, it is knowledge that I've got, yes, I have studied, but I don't want to come across as a know-all. And that completely undermined my teaching. I was born to be a teacher. I was born to take in knowledge and share that. I was born to take facts and turn it into wisdom and share that with the people who come to me. Maybe not everybody, but there were certain people in this world who needed to hear what I had to say. But because I was so scared of appearing egotistical, I very often kept quiet when I should have spoken up. When we live ho-hum lives, then we do not do what we live and what we love. Because if we did, if we had the courage to stand up and know that what we are and what we know is good enough, is important enough, wants to be known, then the people who are meant to learn from us, the people who are meant to share from us, would do so. I remember not wanting to sing in a choir, not wanting to sing at all. I had two parents who sang beautifully, but really beautifully. I have two brothers who sing really nicely. But me, myself, and I, wouldn't go there. Until I got bullied into joining a choir. And then I realized, but I do have a voice. I have a voice not only worth enjoying for myself, but sharing. Not living a ho-hum life means loving what you are doing. Considering yourself as ho-hum, you do not do what you love doing. Because you're so busy questioning it. You're so busy wondering if you should be doing what you are doing. And that carries through, right through your life. Even as a healer, a perfectly normal, natural healer who is given the most magnificent gifts to become a healer, does not do it, does not live that energy, does not bring those gifts to the world, because I think I am dull or mediocre. Living the opposite of ho-hum requires a trust in the perfection of God's design. If we are constantly downplaying ourselves, we are also downplaying God's magnificence. We are saying God did not know when he or she made me. We're actually saying, I must, if I am going around telling people how wonderful I am, living with false grandiosity, I am actually saying to myself, I must exaggerate. Because God's gift in me is not enough. What God made of me is not enough. I have to add bells, and I have to add whistles, and I have to become something or someone that I may not be. Whereas honest humility helps us to touch the heart of God everywhere. Firstly, and most importantly, by touching into the heart of God within ourselves. Because when we do, when we connect with our own beauty, only then can we see ourselves in relationship with others, and we can truly see each other and others. When we get to know our own beauty, it brings us a gentle, humbling, yet strong sincerity that can bring tears to our eyes. How do we do this? How do we, after many, many years of conditioning, teach ourselves to own who we are in honest sincerity and humility? I would always recommend that we spend time around people who are self-assured. We're not talking about people who have put on a mask or a cloak of self-assurance. We are talking about people who live from a place of self-love. People who ooze self-love. And because of that, a level of confidence. These are people whose self-love is not conditional on material conditions. They don't count on their youth or their beauty. These are people who live from their own hearts. Because at the end of the day, that is all that matters. I want to surround myself with people whose love, and above all whose light, I could see with my heart. And in order to do that, I have to let go of all the things I think I should be. There lies the problem. We think we should be in order to be liked. The things we should be in order to be accepted. We have to stop. Let that go. Stop trying to be anything. Above all, stop trying to be humble. Start being a real version of you, with no adulteration, no falsification, no fabrication, and no exaggeration. When that is where you go, when that is what you start doing, you will find with absolute clarity that you are humble. Because then you will be you, just you, no overlay. And you will not shut down who you really are. You will be open, you will be honest, you will be sincere, and you will be in a position where you can fall in love with yourself. You will get to a place where it will be a natural reaction. Knowing yourself as being the true you. You don't have to try to fall in love with yourself. because you are your own perfect soulmate. Love is automatic when we free ourselves to be free and to see ourselves, because our own gentle love is one of the most light-producing experiences we can ever have. Knowing, accepting, embracing, loving, and ultimately being ourselves is the best thing that can ever happen to us, because it leads us to true love. It leads us to loving God through ourselves, and above all, it leads us to a place of knowing that we are beautiful, we are free, and we are always shining. Our affirmation for today is, I am a wondrous mix of flaws and perfection, contentment and doubt, wrongs and rights, and so very worthy of my love. Beloved Father, Mother God, we come to you in gratitude for the knowledge that you have created us not only of your own being, but also in your image. That you have given us the wonderful examples to be exactly who we are in your image. Please remind us when we doubt that we are enough. Please remind us always that you have made us to walk a specific path, and that we possess every gift, every quality that we need to represent you and to spread your light and your love in this world. Not necessarily by what we do or say, but simply by accepting the gift of your presence within us. Amen.
The sea will part before you. Stop the rain, turn the tide. If only you use the power within you. Need and beg the world, turn around and help you. If you're drawn what you have within you, somewhere deep inside.